Thank you, Madam President. And now, for the formal introduction of our featured speaker today, it is my honor to introduce the First Lady of the City of Livonia. Please welcome to the stage, Mrs. Karen Wright.
Hello. Well, who would have thought that in 1950, a small town will be established that would become home to 97,000 residents and 4,000 businesses? These 66 years have created challenges and opportunities, and we are here today to get a snapshot view of them all. And to lead us through this is a man who has worked his way from manager of Wrigley Supermarket to the owner of our hardware store, to the Livonia treasurer, and now the mayor of Livonia. In 1989, Denny and I made a commitment to become part of this community, but we wanted to be more than just residents. We wanted to build our business here. We raised our 2 boys here. We became very involved in the LJAL and stayed very active in the community. So please give a warm welcome to my husband and the mayor of Livonia, Dennis Wright.
Thank you. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for coming out to hear the State of the City of Livonia. This is my first State of the City, and we've had plenty of interesting information to share with you today. As a first-timer, we're going to do a few things a little differently and present this report in several ways. To get started, please sit back, enjoy your dessert, take a look at the screens, and leave the driving to us.
But if you do it right, it'll be right, because what's your last name? Right. That's how we like to do things. I'll get that brief written for your review as soon as possible.
Well, thank you. Another outstanding job, just like always, Eric. Thank you.
Oh, and by the way, can I get these sharpened?
Sure. We'll
Thanks.
do them right away.
Thank you.
Thanks again.
Hi, Mayor. You got a quick second?
Certainly, Alex.
Mayor, you asked me for this report on the good news and the developments in Livonia, so I've got that ready for your signature.
Oh, I thank you. I'm sure it's always complete, just like you always are. Thank you.
And another thing, Mayor. Do you think you could have that filled for me?
We'll take care of it for you.
All right, Mayor, and one more thing.
Oh, boy.
I need to check out the broom and the degreaser because Jerome and I got called for a spot on the street. Thanks, Mayor.
Oh, that's great. Thanks, Alex. Yes?
Hi, Mayor. Denise Mayer is here to see you if you have a moment.
Sure, send her right in. Thank you.
Hello, Mayor.
Hi, Denise. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Good. What can I do for you?
Can I please get your approval on these personnel reviews?
Sure.
Thank
There
you
you
so
go.
much.
You're welcome.
And if it's not too much trouble,
Yeah.
if I could get 2 gallons of the dynamic blue
Dynamic blue?
in the satin finish, please.
Satin finish. Love to. Wouldn't have it any other way.
Thank you so much. Oh, and Mayor, 2 paint sticks?
2 paint sticks. Sure.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much. I've been mayor for 4 months. I was treasurer for 2 terms before that. Why can't people understand? I haven't had a hardware in 8.5 years. I just don't get it. Well, that was a face only a mother could love. I hope you enjoyed that. Okay, so here we are 4 months into the job. So far, I've learned to find my parking space, and the restroom. And I've got the GPS adjusted on the Mayor Mobile. For a couple weeks, it would take me directly to the Kirksey home after work. The meals were great. Pat, thanks for the meatloaf. It was just tremendous. But seriously, we've started a number of good projects in a few months, and we've set our sights on getting more accomplished. First, I want to recognize a few folks. Thank you, Dan West and the staff of the Chamber of Commerce for hosting this luncheon today. Very good. I also want to mention a special guest, Anthony Wright and his mom, Roberta. I invited them here today to show how grateful we are to the honest young man. You may remember the story. He found $800 in a Livonia parking lot and turned it in to the police. Stand up, Anthony, and take a bow. I just want to know where he shops. We all know that one of the hallmarks of Livonia is quality leadership, but both elected and appointed. I want to recognize former Mayor Jack Kirksey and former Mayor Jack Engerbretson for their dedication to our city. On behalf of the city of Livonia, thank you both. Next, I want to thank the Livonia City Council for their hard work and cooperation. We have a lot of new faces, and I am confident we will accomplish a lot by continuing to work together as a team for the next 4 years. Another thank you goes for our leadership staff. We have 20 well-qualified department heads who supervise hundreds of city employees. These are the people who deliver the quality services to residents and businesses. Thank you all, the city employees, for the great job you do every day. Of course, I'm going to be talking about a lot of goals or good things today, but Livonia also faces some challenges. One of those challenges is aging, something we all know about. When it comes to aging, Livonia has strip malls and buildings that need to be updated and renovated. But we also have lots of improvements to talk about. We have owners investing in a number of retail centers in the city, like the refurbished mall at 8 Mile and Farmington Road, also like the works being completed on the mall at Plymouth, just south of Stark, or just west of Stark, I'm sorry. There also are improvements going in at 7 Mile and Middle Belt. And there's a renovation coming to Plymouth and Farmington Road at Sheldon Park. These investments keep the image and the quality of our city. We need to do our part to encourage and support these investments. They show pride of ownership. Speaking of pride, Livonia is proud to be the world headquarters of Roush Industries, a world-class innovator with operations in 19 countries. Roush has 16 different locations here in Michigan, or in Livonia. Take a look at this video about one of Roush's made in Livonia products.
I thought it was crazy. I thought there's no way that a pizza company is going to build a delivery vehicle.
Everyone here just obsesses with making our customers' experience as good as they can be.
And that's really what the DXP was born out of. Domino's started in 1960 as a delivery company. At one point in America, there was no pizza delivery. We were the first.
We wanted to create something that didn't exist before. We just asked ourselves, what would the perfect pizza delivery look like?
This started out as an international co-creation contest, and then Roush had to take that and turn it into something that was manufacturable. The first thing everybody's going to notice is the oven. They're going to look at that oven door and go, oh my gosh, is there really an oven on board? So yeah, there is. So that's going to heat up to approximately 140 degrees. It's to keep the pizza warm. But there is a lot of work that went into that. We actually cycled this door over 25,000 times. We're completely customizing a Chevy Spark.
We've put in a level floor, and you can hold 80 pizzas.
You've got a pizza console that holds pizza, salad, dipping sauce. You've got a real, professional, purpose-built delivery vehicle. It's not a 1982 hoopty. It looks awesome. And now there's going to be a fleet of these on the road.
Hopefully people can see our folks are passionate about getting the best quality pizza to our customers, and we'll do whatever we can. Heck, if we have to build a car to get you better pizza, we'll build it. And that's why the DXP exists.
What do you think they do with the soup of the day? That's good stuff. Check out Roush's Made in Livonia DXP vehicle here today. Thank you to Steve Ciato and the representatives of Roush for joining us. Another example of Made in Livonia are the students of Livonia Public Schools. The district is using a $195 million bond issue to modernize its schools. 7 buildings are scheduled to be worked on this summer. There will be new classrooms, new offices, better lighting, and even a new performing arts theater coming soon to Farmington High School. Franklin High School. When you're good. Over in Clarenceville, school district leaders have been busy upgrading classrooms, roofs, boilers, and the auditorium since voters first approved a funding in 1995. On May 3rd, the Clarenceville district will ask residents to vote a new renewal for the next 10 years. At Schoolcraft College, they're building a new $6 million soccer dome. When it's done, the 100,000 square foot structure will be home to the Schoolcraft soccer teams, the Livonia Wolves and Hawks, and other events. But wait, there's more. St. Mary Mercy Hospital has recently certified as a level 2 trauma center to treat severely injured patients. That means they will be the most advanced equipment and skill teams of specialists available 24 hours a day, every day. This is a big advancement, and we congratulate Dave Spivey and his team of St. Mary Mercy Hospital. Consumer Power will soon be completing its $18 million Livonia Service Center on Farmington Road. A new compressed natural gas fueling station has already been built, and a new green certified building will be the home for 170 employees. Over at O'Malley's, owners Frank and Janice Greiza completed a major renovation that really improved the atmosphere for live music, fun, and food. Well done. McLaren Performance Technology has completed a $22 million expansion of its engineering development facility. This project made room for 200 employees. A grand opening is planned for next month. Welcome, Scott Maxwell and your team of McLaren. Masco Corporation just placed the top beam on the new 75,000 square foot headquarters in Livonia. Masco is a worldwide producer of home improvement products, faucets, cabinets, and paints. 200 employees will move to the new offices on Haggerty Road. Did you know that 25% of the product that's sold at Home Depot is made by Masco Corporation? That's what I said. Livonia's largest employer, Ford Motor Company, is reported to be making a significant investment in the Livonia transmission plant. They will build a new generation of transmissions for Ford trucks and add jobs. Nationally, the company will invest $9 billion in the next 4 years. We look forward to these new opportunities here in Livonia. Welcome Plant Manager Bob Groden and everyone here from Ford Motor. Ashley Capital is busy in Livonia. One of their biggest projects is rebuilding the former GM powertrain plant on Middle Belt near Plymouth. The new Livonia Distribution Center will have 1 million square feet of space for warehouse and assembling operations. Now let's take a look at some other Livonia investments.
Livonia once again has 3 major car dealerships along Plymouth Road, and all of them have made major investments to upgrade their facilities. First, let's look at Bill Brown Ford. Renovations are being made to update and improve the customer service area, providing a more inviting waiting area with comfortable seating, workstation areas, and Wi-Fi. 8 new service bays are being completed at the dealership's main service building on Plymouth Road. In addition, Bill Brown's newly leased second service facility will have 16 new bays and hoists. Service technicians are being added to work these new service areas, providing quicker vehicle repair and maintenance capability. Bill Brown also took over 27,000 square feet of a building just up Hubbard Road for a new fleet center, where the dealership can now service and repair fleet vehicles and larger trucks that would not fit into the main vehicle service areas. Congratulations to Bill Brown Ford for this significant investment in Livonia. Meanwhile, just west of there, the former Tennyson Chevrolet has been completely overhauled and expanded as the new Feldman Chevrolet. Every inch of the 45,000 square foot facility has been improved with new LED and fluorescent lighting throughout. The stunning glass-walled showroom has been entirely remodeled. A new 3-lane reception area for the service department welcomes maintenance and repair customers. Feldman Chevrolet now has 35 service bays, more than double the number before the transformation. To speed customers along their way, they've also hired many new service technicians. Feldman's customer waiting area has also been modernized with new comfortable chairs, tablet seating, large flat-screen TVs, fresh pop popcorn, quality coffee, and more. In all, the dealership has grown from 60 to 100 employees. Good job, Feldman Chevrolet.
Hi, this is Mayor Dennis Wright. I'm here talking to Dave McDonald, the owner of the Jeep dealership here in Livonia. Dave, how's things been?
Things have been okay. We reopened in November of 2015 after about a 6-year hiatus. As you know, we were closed in 2009, and we had originally opened in 1979, April of 1979. And it was a rough 6 years trying to get back into business, but with the help of the city and some good attorneys, we're back, and it's just great to be here.
We're glad to have you back. How's things been since reopening?
Well, we're at the point right now where we have our management team back, people that have been with us since 1979. We were able to get great leadership. We have a lot of our technicians that are coming back, but more importantly, the community has just welcomed us. A lot of our past customers we're seeing every day. There's more and more of them showing up, so it's a gradual build, but we're going in the right direction.
You have some very good competition down here on Plymouth Road between Feldman Chevrolet and Bill Brown Ford. How's that work out for you?
Works out real well. You know, they're great neighbors. It's a great car town. There's a lot of GM employees, Ford employees, and Chrysler employees. I think people like having the selection of being able to come and test drive Fords and GMs and Chryslers, so it's a good thing. And we all primarily offer the same thing, just different brands. We all have body shops, and we all have service centers, and I think it's a great thing for the city.
Okay, which one of these could be mine?
Step into the finance office, and we'll
And
figure
sign
out
my
which
name
one,
here?
which one you're going to want.
All right, thank you. Let's recognize the commitment to Livonia by all our new car dealerships: Bill Brown Ford, Feldman Chevrolet, Livonia Chrysler Jeep, and Thayer Automotive. Going forward, our challenges are to continue filling vacancies and get rid of some community eyesores. Our challenges is also to continue promoting Livonia's strengths, because we definitely have more strengths than weaknesses. Livonia's public safety is first class. Recently, Livonia was rated the second safest city in Michigan for drivers and ranks as one of the safest cities overall. I'd like to ask all of the Livonia police and firefighters to stand and be recognized. When it comes to businesses, occupancy rates continue to improve. We've seen a higher percentage of occupied for retail, commercial, and industrial space. Livonia also has a very low unemployment rate. Our jobless rate is under 3%, which is lower than the unemployment in many regions in our state. As we all know, coming soon is the Revive 275 project that will be with us all summer. We will suffer through short-term pain for long-term gain, just like a couple years ago we did the massive I-96 fix. Of course, the result of that was really positive. When I-275 is done, MDOT will deliver a smoother service that should keep it quieter for people living near the freeway. We have listened to residents and worked with MDOT to add more larger trees. I've also worked with MDOT to test out adding more ground level shrubs and see if that will also block the noise. At the same time, two other major road problems will be addressed. The teeth-rattling pavement on 7-mile and 8-mile roads will finally be repaired later this summer by Wayne County, not a minute too soon. Now on to a different subject. Let's take a look at this video.
Good afternoon. I'm Kurt Cade, and it's my privilege to be the police chief for the city of Livonia. In 2011, we were faced with unprecedented budget cuts, which have resulted in the loss of 40 police officer positions. A loss of that magnitude would have been devastating to our ability to perform our duties in serving this great city. A public safety millage was proposed to our residents, and by an overwhelming majority, the millage was approved, stating loud and clear that public safety is a priority. For the police department, the endorsement from our community allowed us to avert the pending layoffs and resume prior staffing levels. Today, over 40% of our current staff have joined the Livonia Police Department since the original millage was approved. We have vetted hundreds of applicants, maintaining the standards that this city deserves. In 2016, the renewal of the public safety millage will be posed to our citizens. It is certainly our hope that we will continue to have the support of this community that we have enjoyed since 2011. Livonia has taken the lead with the recommendations contained in the recently released report from the President's Task Force on 21st Century Policing. And of course, we will continue to recruit new officers with a desire to achieve greater diversity within our ranks. And we will continue to invest in our officers, giving them the tools and the training that they need to serve our community in today's challenging environment. This past year, Livonia police officers responded to over 33,000 calls for service. Our 911 operators handled nearly 50,000 emergency calls. Our officers made nearly 6,300 arrests. With the continued support of the residents and the business community, Livonia police officers will remain vigilant and committed to providing excellence in police services. Livonia will continue to be one of the safest cities of its size and an outstanding community to raise a family and maintain a business.
Again this year, residents will have the opportunity to ensure Livonia maintains the highest level of fire and EMS services by voting on a millage renewal for public safety. This millage renewal is crucial for fire and EMS services in 3 ways. First, most importantly and most critically, it assures that adequate staffing remains for all 5 fire stations across our city, with 21 personnel on duty a day that is able to respond to fires, accidents, medical emergencies, and other calls for assistance across the city. Having adequate staffing is critical in the effectiveness and success of that response. Secondly, it allows the organization to continue to advance our technology and our equipment so that our firefighters have the best tools available when rendering pre-hospital care or emergency care to those in need. Also, it allows us to replace and continue to replace our aging fleet of ambulances and fire engines that are part of a larger fleet replacement program. Lastly, it allows the organization to continue to improve our infrastructure and make modifications to our existing facilities. This will enhance fire and EMS operations by improving our training resources, our administrative offices, as well as our fleet maintenance facilities. Thank you in advance for your continued support, and know that we are honored to serve and protect this great city.
My name is Carl Peters. I'm the Program Supervisor for the Department of Community Resources at the City of Livonia. This August, Livonia voters will have a chance to vote on a millage renewal for proposal for the Livonia Senior Services and Greenmead Historical Park. This quarter of a mill tax supports both of these programs. First, let's talk about the Senior Center. The Civic Park Senior Center on Farmington Road is an important part of life, not only for the senior citizens, but the community as a whole. The Senior Center is a valuable resource for information and assistance as people grow older. The center alleviates isolation many seniors and families may experience by offering support for family caregivers and resources for older adults. They offer guidance with insurance and Medicare counseling, income tax preparation, and more. The Senior Center is accessible, friendly, and inexpensive, offering programs and services to promote healthy living for older adults. The center hosts free health screenings and other beneficial services that may be beyond the budget for many seniors. There are free blood pressure checks, eye exams, support groups, flu shot clinics, exercise classes, and other services that promote continued self-sufficiency and independence. Greenmead Historical Park is a unique and irreplaceable piece of Livonia's history. The millage renewal supports the continuation of this valuable resource. The eastern corner of the village is a recreation of the Ann Arbor-Newburgh corner from the mid-1800s with an original church, parsonage, school, bungalow, and general store. Greenmead's Hill House is recognized on the National Historic Registry as one of the few sites that has the original house and all the outbuildings in place to show life as it was. Preserving this sense of our history is important for our future generations, helping to visually solidify Livonia's past. Greenmead Park offers a distinctive location for fairs, festivals, and events, as well as a place for community gardeners to grow fruits and vegetables in a natural garden setting. While other communities are trying to recreate their history, we are fortunate enough to have the original buildings. This millage helps to sustain this history into our future. Thank you for considering this millage renewal proposal.
Thank you for your attention to those important millage renewals. Make sure your voice is heard. Vote August 2nd. People ask me, what's on my agenda? Well, I'm getting out in the community, I'm talking with residents, and I'm meeting with businesses. So far, I've accomplished one of my first goals. We've hosted 2 business roundtable meetings at City Hall. We heard from 30 small business owners. My goal was to open lines of communication and improve business climate. We've asked what they liked and what they didn't like. With suggestions, we look at tweaking the sign ordinance and working with the Chamber of Commerce on a Shop Livonia program to support our local stores. Going forward, we're looking on a lot of other positive stuff. We are reviving the Eyes and Ears program. We want to make sure employees in marked city vehicles know their role is in reporting any problems they see around the city, and we want to make sure residents know that city workers are there to help. We're also forming a group to begin discussing concepts and locations for an amphitheater on the city campus. As part of this, we'll work with the City Council and Planning Commission to continue this visioning process. This will include both the Civic Center plan and the city master plan. We're working on plans for a dog park. It will be operated by a nonprofit group. The city will take care of the location and the details, and we'll listen to ideas from the community. We'll be barking up that tree in the future. I know. I was going to put in there, and we're also taking bids for fire hydrants, but I didn't know, Anyway, in other really great news, we will finally open the Clements Circle pool this summer. As you know, it was closed for 2 summers after being damaged by a contractor. The new Clements Circle pool will be a lot different. It will have a modern splash pad and some really cool features. It's going to have a big wow effect. So far, it's been a great ride. We've accomplished some, and we have a lot more to do. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Thank you for putting your trust in me. We have a great city here. Don't ever forget it. We are the best at what we do. I love being here. My family loves being here. I don't plan on going anywhere. God bless Livonia and our nation.